Time takes a toll on everyone, they say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for us to change. Time, I am stressing out, I can't figure out what to say. Oh, time, just give us time. Time, looking back on pictures, and I find it hard to see you and myself in places where we used.
Tubalamusiza, everyone. Welcome to Zanji. This is the Zanji Shows. Amanyaga Ngem Desire. I go by Desire to most people. And this is my co-host, Gerard, and he will go ahead and introduce himself. But welcome to Zanji. This is a show where we just come, chat about issues that affect and are relatable to African peoples all over the globe, from the African continent into the diaspora. And today together on a very pertinent issue that affects African people in general, which is the police and police brutality. Chajja chityo kubambu buli wetusanga police, it is used as a tool or as an arm okunyigiriza ffe. So I will let Gerard introduce himself and then show yaffe ejjatandika naye nga tubeebazizza nnyo okubeera wano leero with us, and also thank God that we still have life and we still are breathing. So we move. Gerard, go ahead.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing great. Desire, I hope you're doing great. I know you've been feeling well the past few days. Kansubire ojja kutereera because tukwetaaga nnyo on UNN. You do a really big role. Today tugenda kwogera ku police brutality and the role of the police, and some of the examples we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about SARS. That was a special police anti-robbery.
SARS stands for the Special Anti-Robbery Squad and was formed to protect the Nigerian public from armed.
Yeah, it was a special. Yeah, it was in Nigeria. It's like kind of like Uganda, as there is Simanyi CMY, Giso, ESO, but nabo baineyo. Baina ne LDU, local defense. LDA na manye. So together comparing engage this police in different countries operate. Now there's no special units about creating to have effects the say area abantu era what did the people do to stop such like barbaric police units nga what happened in Nigeria. The whole world stood up. We're going to go through all that. Tulabe why it failed in Uganda, because in Uganda we have almost like 10 SARS. In Nigeria they only had one and they fought it. It went off. Uganda, where we have more than 10, which are still functioning up to today. And what can we learn from like people from Nigeria? In addition to, we shall also maybe to dig a little bit about police, like in other countries, like the United States. You guys saw what happened to people like George Floyd. We should also talk about stuff like that. We can also talk about the UK police, because apparently no one talks about them. Now, what to Jakubo Gerako to jail. In addition, in general, we shall also talk about police corruption. How these people, who is the best corrupt police department in the world, ani asinga okutambuza enjiri ya corruption. Yeah. So as the topic said, many people claim the role of the police is to serve and protect, and today we're here to see whether is that true or it's false. All right. Thank you, everyone. And the show is going to begin right now. Is that?
Kati, before we even start to talk of the police, before Tutanika show, although I wanted us to have a background idea of institution ya police ya VAWA and what was the reason and the purpose of police. So police as an institution police came in as an institution to protect the state and the state's property and private property wabagaga. When police came into colonial Africa, it came in as a tool to repress our natives people, banansi abari basituka okugoba omuzungu. Police was there to repress them, okuba stopping from having that voice. Police also, kati ngwetwogera mu bifo ebimu whereby you have an African diaspora, if we speak about Brazil or in the United States of America, police there was used policing not only even before the institution of police, when they were webabaja Africa ne babatwala into enslavement, police already was there on the plantations or in the institutions, making sure that tebatoloka, making sure that they are overworked, making sure that they pay. Kati ebibe nawe byagwawo as well, we abolished and illegal to enslave people. Still, they created jails and they created where the watchmen and people who worked in Abakola Mukeke, they start to become policemen and they start to police, especially this is the United States, and they start to over police black bodies. That's why disproportionately you have more black people in jail than the other races in America. So police as an institution, ogena no laba its relationship with African people just in its history. Kubanga fe ours is embedded in history wa colonization, history wa, and then also history wa chattel slavery and history wa Atlantic Ocean slave trade. Then you start to see the relationship of police, the African people. The whole institution itself is to protect property. At the first property that wasn't property was omufirika. We were made property ngaturi even on our land. That's why someone yaja nagamba nze kati wano wange colonize nzeewo oba bano mbatute mu buddu, they are property. So police as an institution was to protect your property teva mu mikono gy'abali. That's why olaba mu biseera ebingi ne mu poliisi munno gwe wawadde kintu kidogo, gwe wawadde kasi lunch time, ayinza okwefuulira ekiro ng'ali ku making sure curfew esigalawo. oba ayinza okwefuulira oyinza okulaba bano abakyakiraka abapoliisi abamu bano ba gatekeepers kuba abamu tebalina na police training balina just mundu nakumanya kuba kibooko ba askari muyinza okulaba babadde banyumyanga buli lunaku naye all of a sudden namwefuulira lwakuba gavumenti yagambye waayo abantu mubagobe mu kibuga because that's the institution of police. Police teriwo for you, eriwo to protect the interests of the state. Ate if the state teservinga gwe, then police tesobola kuservinga. It will always be your op, which means ejja ku always being your opposition, your opposite, and ejja kubaawo not for your best interests. Ate egenda kubaawo if it's there for the state, wokyawa state ng'oyagala kukyankalanyamu, it will always be there okurepressinga gwe. Ate Uganda tukirabye nnyo, tukirabye this whole campaign, this whole election, tulabidde ddala what police can turn into, ne police kyeri nga teservinga abantu. Tukanya gamba Uganda is a militarized state okubiblaminga ku Museveni, but the reality is ne police yenyini just as an institution tesobola historically eri built to not serve Uganda oba Omufirika yenna. So Gerard osobola okugenda into SARS as a living example abantu balabe how these things work.
Oyogedde ku the fact of how the police came to be. In some countries, most countries, waliwo kye bayita systemic racism. So systemic racism is a form of racism, but it's institutional. I mean, most people, when they say racism, most people think like, maybe saying the N-word to a black person. No, there is racism without even somebody saying anything to you, but the system itself is designed to keep you in captivity or in like poverty. I'll give you an example. So in like the US, if somebody is arrested by the police, let me say with maybe driving, you missed a stop sign or something, you get a criminal record. If you do it again, you go in jail. Now look at this. You have a criminal record. It's going to be hard to get a job. You see? So what does it mean? You're either going to end up doing some illegal stuff like maybe drug dealing or whatever. They have arrested you again. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to the jail. Who owns the jail? It's a private jail. So the government pays these investors to build jails. Like what they're doing in Uganda, right? Private people own jails right now. So you see how you see how it started from just a traffic violation to going to jail. And what happens when you come out of jail? You have nothing. That means you're still going to go back to the streets and try to survive. And they'll catch you again and take you back to jail. So you're going to be in that loop until maybe you die or something like that. That's what's called systemic racism. The system is designed to function that way. And who protects it? The police protects that system. Now to the situation now, what happened in Nigeria. This was actually very interesting because it got international attention very fast. Actually, this is not the only first time where something happens in Nigeria and it gets all over the world. You remember what happened with Bring Back Our Girls? It went almost to the White House, even Michelle Obama, putting the Bring Back Our Girl. I don't know why. Why is it that when stuff happen in Nigeria, the world knows very fast. but Uganda things can happen 10 times more, and no one really cares. There is a video we're going to play. It's about SARS, and it's from BBC. It shows you how the Nigerian community is very organized, mostly the ones in the UK. You're going to see thousands of people demonstrating on in London. Thousands. Oh, I've never seen any other like African diaspora group coming together in such large numbers. Oh, for anything, either festival or what. Maybe Ugandans. I've seen Ugandans come in large numbers, but most of them only do that if there is like a party. There is, I think, a white party. Was it in Turkey? That's when I saw so many Ugandans coming together to protect to have fun. But anyway, let's forget about the party. So, my question is, why is it like Nigeria, Bachkola Bulungi, Nyo, they got the attention of the world. Within a few weeks, SARS was abolished. That special police unit was abolished. In Uganda, we have so many of those, uh, but nothing can be done. Like they're still there. They're still like doing whatever illegal stuff they want to do. And the funny thing, every year there is a new unit. What was the other unit? What would you the crime preventers? Other instead they're the ones committing the crime. Abatuuze bawala ba crime preventer bagamba katoya agenda tubba. So then waliwo n'endala waliwo ne LDU naye neekomawo part 2 omanyi yasooka nejja ate ne bagikomyawo. Waliwo ne there is so many of them. There is some of them abajja nga tebalina uniform. So we just want to like play this video of the Nigeria and see what these people really did to end this the SARS unit.
Called SARS. Thousands of young people in Nigeria are on the streets protesting against a police squad called SARS. But why? I'm Yasha Michelle. Here are 5 things you need to know about the End SARS protest. SARS stands for the Special Anti-Robbery Squad and was formed to protect the Nigerian public from armed robbery and violent crime. But the unit itself is accused of corruption, torture, and killing. The recent protest started after a video appeared online in early October showing a young man allegedly being shot at by SARS officers. The End SARS hashtag went viral and online protests spilled into the streets, demanding an end to the unit. Nigerian celebrities like Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, John Boyega, and Falz have all helped the issue get global attention.
Yeah, every young person here is personal because even if they haven't been personally harassed, either their friend or their brother or sister or somebody close to them has been harassed.
SARS had developed a reputation with some Nigerians for allegedly unfairly profiling young people. Anyone considered flashy for having a nice car, laptop, tattoos, or even dreadlocks could have attracted the attention of SARS officers. With more than 60% of Nigeria's population younger than 24, they're the ones who've been leading the protests. However, these mostly peaceful demonstrations have been disrupted by police. Amnesty International say that people have been killed in the protests, including a police officer. After a few days of protests, Nigeria's president responded by disbanding SARS. President Buhari said this was only the first step in a range of reforms, but that the reputation of the force should not be tarnished by a few bad eggs. Many are fearful of the officers being redeployed to other parts of the police force and have rejected a replacement unit called SWAT. The protesters are continuing their fight for lasting police reform and achieved one of their demands as Nigeria's police chief released all demonstrators that were arrested during the protests. After a summer of global protests against police brutality, Nigerians want the world to know about the issues in their country. With demonstrations of solidarity in the UK, Canada, Germany and the US, it's not just Nigerians who are now supporting the cause. So that's it, you're now up to date with the End SARS protest. Thousands of young people in Nigeria are on the streets protesting.
I think that was a good video. We have another one too. We are going to play. It's about it shows the actual people like demonstrating in London. But Desire, there is one thing I'm just curious. Does Amnesty International only work in Nigeria? Because I'm sure they have a huge office in Kololo, in Uganda, whether Kololo or Wamanyi, all those Simanyi human rights, all their headquarters are either in Kololo, Wewale or Abagaga, Nemuyenga. I've never seen any any. Actually, all the embassies on Nazi Kololo, but I'm just why does Amnesty only work in Nigeria? Because I'm sure Uganda Jebali, and the other. What they don't like. I mean, they talk
Amnesty
about it, but Ojukia, there is a statement. Actually, the State Department from the U.S. their syndica after the election, whatever violence. Bagamba, we the U.S. believe in human rights, the and that's and we urge the government of Uganda to respect the rights and freedom of its people because they believe in democracy. Period. Never come out. That's the only thing they
yali
just like
amnesty
advising.
yali US government yali amnesty obadde oyogera ku amnesty.
Amnesty. But I'm not. I know they talk about these things, but just they talk about it for the sake of just saying, but they don't really, uh, go deep. Like tebagenda, like they babikira ko bubikirizi for the sake of try to get,
Omanyi
see.
baani ba representatives baffe ku amnesty abagikolamu kuba amnesty is an organization, an international organization, naye at a local level it's the local people ababa bakola mu amnesty eyo yennyini. Nzijukira bwe nakoma okuwulira amnesty bwe yayogera ku issues za Uganda nga basibye Bobi Wine we baamusiba awo mu November ne wabaawo abantu ne bacyankalana awo police netanywa abantu awo mu November, those November killings, naye nga era yali akolamu yali omu ku bantu baabwe. So expecting a amnesty eyogere ku issues za Uganda ng'abantu ba Museveni.
Ojjukira bano abagenda simanyi ku human rights office ne bakubirawo emiggo ku maaso ga human rights.
Ebyo babyogerako after akuba byali biswaza buli omu yabiraba babakwata mu fuke nga bakuba aba journalist kibooko nga tosobola
Yeah, exactly about journalists, yeah. And also the Waruchenda Biwano, the role of celebrities, you don't really have, I don't think you really have to be a politician or affiliated to any political party to raise your voice. Ndabi on the Whiskey, but Davido, Peter or P Square, Nae, he was speaking out. He was speaking out. I'm just curious, like, why don't celebrities in Uganda, why don't they lead demonstrations or no, or just or they are, it's above them, or But I'm just curious, just talking does not do anything than showing up. Because I'm sure if let me say if a big artist in Uganda leads a cause, Nagambo, okay, today I want to raise awareness about, let me say teen pregnancy. I'm sure it will get more attention than omuntu wawansi or a normal person to just say, today I'm going to raise a cause. People will be like, yes, as who? Because no one really knows you. The same thing as this. If there is kind of like police brutality, netugamba oba chameleon n'agamba okay leero ngenda kutambula okuva ewange bayita batya awo like Entebbe Road ngenda tambula mailo 5 to protest police brutality. I'm just saying because he has a name and he has a following. I'm sure people will follow him. I'm sure people will follow him than, So what's the role of celebrities like in Uganda? Do they just want to make money, and when people are suffering, they hide under the blankets, And even besides that, the people we really trust and think they're going to like really do something, they end up okutulyamu olukwe. It's omanyi omuntu ng'olina ebbwa ate mufo okuleeta like like bandage or plaster n'ateekawo buteesi munnyo mu bbwa. You saw what happened Chameleone where yasooka n'ajja mu nuupu nze namulabira nagamba naye ono. Then after a few weeks ago namulaba afukamidde nga bamuwadde Range Rover. Was he a Range Rover?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rover.
yeah, Range Rover. So
Toyota. Ani yamutuma Toyota.
Alabika alina Toyota nyingi ate bamuyita Toyota ate agaba Range Rover.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we have a video of people in London protesting. I hope our producer can play it too.
Who knows this one? This is the prayer. And watch us where we go. And help us to be wise. Musicians, if you know this one. In times when we don't know, let this be our prayer. When we lose our way.
Olabye video.
Ndiraye naye omanyi kyenzijjukidde. Ojjukira Abannayuganda bwe baagazabenga at Uganda House okuprotestinga. Ne ba endinga up bamama baffe nga balwana. Mulekera laki mugwe.
So Kati, I'm sure a London or in UK, the number of Nigerians in total, I think, those I didn't give me 12 kumi. That's what I think. I checked.
Yeah, it's more.
The number of Ugandans. Yeah, but the number of Ugandans and the number of Nigerians, it's not the big. The difference isn't that big. I'm not. I don't think it's that big of a difference. But
no,
look
Nigerian community is huge.
Yeah, but still,
true.
I'm sure if Ugandans wanted, they can still do the same, like this one.
Yeah,
I mean, Desire tulabanga kushoza Abannayugandans performing nga bagenzi like a UK. Have you seen the number of people who go there?
They can mobilize. Naddala
nga bagenda kusasula.
Nga basasula ne bagenda ne balya pate. Abannayuganda tuve mu by'okulya obulamu. Tunyumirwa nnyo okulya obulamu ne twerabira mbu obulamu buno tuyinza obutabaawo. Kubanga obyogeddeko kituufu omuyimbi yagenze oyinza okundabira omuntu.
Omuyimbi agenda e London alal ne basasula abamu bave like a German ne bavuga abamu ne balinnya n'ennyonyi from Scotland ne beekuba selfie ne bamukima ku kisaawe ne basasula balabe oba omuyimbi yenna ng'avudde mu I'll give you an example. The best was Reddy and Weasel when people went to watch their show. Wow, that was really a blast. Naye, something free and it's a cause, people don't really show up. I thought about showing up, but you know.
What's that?
So, the other thing is what I've realized. The more people, kati olaba nga kino kye baakola like London, this was a big statement to like the Nigerian ambassador, to even the chief of police, even to it brings international attention. Olaba BBC, the actually even I think even that lady was Nigerian. I'm sure we have Ugandans who work in BBC, but our stories end up under the table. They don't even get aired out. To me, Nigeria bakosa peaceful demonstration at the highest level to end SARS. It was abolished. I don't know, but Kracha and Uganda, we cannot do the same thing like this. This is peaceful. No one is going to. No, I mean, no one is going to get attacked. You're not going to pay any money. I don't know, but maybe we have different priorities. Like in GAF, some people have different priorities compared to, But the other thing I would like to talk about is like the police corruption. Apparently, I'm sure police, waliwo yangamba mbu mu Uganda obweyagala kugaggawala joining genda mu traffic police because traffic police abasinga bagenda mu police balwana to be part of the part of to enter the traffic force because they make so much money there. And also one of the thing actually I wanted us to bring up was what type of qualifications do people go through to be policemen in Uganda? Do you know any, Desire?
Nagambye, most of these people yali tabak council anyway, just lawyer Isaac Semakadde yagamba they are just exaggerated askaris yeyo police e Uganda. Omanyi nga onala nga twalange Nigeria ba askari ku gate n'omukwata n'omuwa AK-47. That's what it means okuba omuna police e Uganda.
But I think Baskari maybe they're even better than the police because obubbi obuli mu police n'obubbi obuli mu Baskari. It's rare to hear mbu askari yabbye mukama we n'adduka naye police omupoliisi abba n'asigala ku mulimu oba either ne bamutransferring to another station because apparently obubbi obuli mu basirikale abasirikale bakolagana n'ababbi then ne batwala ew'omukulu kyoboolaba people like the good example nga basobi never know waliwo yagamba no actually that's what led to the death of apparently Kirumira okumukyusa ne bamuze Kawempe yali akola ku Old Kampala. You saw what happened because he was really digging into the gangs and he made a research bano ababbi bano babayita abakola abali awo ku mwalo gwe Nakivubo bakifeesi apparently kifeesi balina bakifeesi balina tetukyabawulira nnyo but naye I'm sure bakyaliyo mpozi owa lockdown yabayisa bubi oba something.
Lockdown yayisa bangi
So waliwo ne research eyagamba Ugandan police is one of the most corrupt in Africa. You know, but but to me, in the ndaba of like the corruption in police, it just it's worse as people go to the top. I think obubbi obuli mu bakulu mu police ate bo it's even worse compared to the bano ababba. Most of the police officers, the ones who are corrupt, they're just doing it like a survival, survive because some of them are paid like 2 months late, something like that. Ate bolaba even living conditions zaabwe. Living conditions zaabwe tizeeyagaliza like compared to bano abakulu abali mu police.
Olaba ennyumba ya
In other-
Lokeki.
Hey! How long was it? Never sing about Ambassador, is it just Somalia, something like that. But
batuleke mbulayo nomumogadisha ng'ate lwaki teyagizimba nga yakava e Somalia yagizimba anyway
location yali dida bagambu yafaate yeekona katebe n'agwa
ebana bizibu omanya enfa y'omuntu nga ne postmortem tennafuluma.
Anyway, mpozi, what's the name of ono bamuyitani ono IGP yo Ochoa? Was it? Yeah, I think it's the Ochoa, yeah.
Yarwadde takyawona.
Simanyi bagamba waliwo n'abeera bagamba he's sick or something like that, but
bukyagala okesi yafa tavaayo mukulwala. Anyway.
I think Twinayo one video to play. Producer, if you're there. Just the one. Oh, the other thing, police musezimu babalabanga olabanga wetulaba abasawo, like people who are really important in the society. Kati, I mean, most developed countries, police omuwagamba oyo musirikale bakimanyi, he has a good salary, like he has a house, something like that. Naye waliwo ensi ezimu kati nga Uganda bagamba gundi oyo musirikale, the first question gye bakubuuza alina ranka ki? Gamba kopolo. It's the same thing n'abali mu like n'abali mu magye, gundi ono ali mu magye era babuuza what rank is he in magye, bagamba akyali wabeerawo balina kopolo ne babeerawo private, yeah, you're private, so the professional police is not a bad thing, but it depends how it's really used. In some villages, tebalina basirikale. It's the people themselves who are like policing their own community. It's called it's something like community watch. Tebetaga police because they do it better than the police. It begins actually chitandikira wa chairman, then chairman now like some youth who are in charge of seeing who has come into the town. Nga moving amu ekyo kitundu bakubuuza okay gwani zegundo zekulabani, something like that. Naye tusawa ya leero wetwogera ku chairman, ba chairman tebakyalina like any role. The only thing left for them is kitu kidogo gundi like agenda kugula ettaka aba chairman we bafuniramu. I don't even think they are being paid. Actually, the point I was trying to bring is, do we need like the police in some areas, or we just need like community policing? Desire, what do you think about that point?
I think in general, police as an institution should. Sorry, data producers them now glitch. In
Yeah,
general,
this
police as
was
video
maybe
job doing the play.
yeah. Let's play this video, then we can continue with that. All right, I think that was a very good video. Have you seen Amnesty International? Olaba jekola yekola ne ya Uganda yagana okola bali
Kugambye
abipiza ne
representatives
case
babo kyekizibu kyammwe.
ne Cafe
Kubanga buli
Javas omanyi kati olabye but they documented 80, was it 83 cases
82.
documented, 82 cases. So I've never seen them in documenting any for Uganda. Nenga webali.
It's Nagambye, your representatives abakola mu Amnesty, but Uganda tuve mu kwebuzaabuza bantu ba Museveni kati yagala Amnesty ekolere ki nga olaba
Ne
abantu
Red Cross yennyini negaana okuvaayo ew'omusaayi bano we bakubye emiggo.
kubanga jjukira all these international organizations, be it Amnesty, be it UN, olaba olala otunu ne Winnie Byanyima babadde balwanira kifo kyekimu mu UN. Olaba Sam Kuteesa yakolerako UN. Sam Kuteesa nabbirayo ne ssente.
Sam Kuteesa yali president wa UN.
Museveni yamuwa those connections. Yali president, yali general secretary or something like that. Nabbirayo ne
General
ssente.
secretary yasinga amaanyi. General secretary
he was
nga Kofi Annan. Nga Kofi Annan was general secretary. Sam Kuteesa was the like a head of the commission, like head of the assembly, like something like that. It was a big role nga meeting wetula sebe Sam Kuteesa yabeera wali na nga yagaba minutes gundi yogere eddakiika 2 gundi tojja kwogera
naye n'agenda
olumala n'ababba.
So tulimu Uganda tulina okumanya mbu even these international organizations, be it Amnesty, but representatives baffe on a local level bonna abantu ba Museveni. Bino ebintu babituukiriza abaana baabwe bagenda ne babasomesa be bali mu these organizations be bazikolera lwakuba oli wamala okusoma immediately agenda ne bamuwa ekifo kubanga bano abazungu abasettinga up these organizations kiba gwe Gerard woba wali mu Uganda nga wasoma ng'oyina the qualifications n'oba the representative of Amnesty mu Uganda.
Ngani ajimpe sure.
Nedda sigamba mbu bagenda kiwa gwe mba example. Of course gwe Ssemambo sikulabayo naye atwine nyiza omulabayo.
Nze basobola okumpa omirimu mpozi mbere secretary bana babeera ku luggi ne black book ng'awandiika gundi
naye nga tuze mu nsonga ezatuleseeyo
Uganda kinyuma naye olabye aba Nigeria weba like I like their anger actually weba salawo baba basazeyo olaba ono muyimbi yajje mu Uganda n'ayimba during lockdown Omaha oba yani oyo olaba webacyanka olaba aba Nigeria webagamba mutuwe omuntu waffe abayimbi be Uganda nabo ne bajja mbu nabo boogera bamulekere
nga talina na head protection ku motoka ye gamulebye okwogera ku Ugandan rights naye wekituka anyway buli omu wekituka ku nsawo ye atabuka n'avaayo yenna nga talina na headrest n'akola video n'atuswaza waatyo Abanigeria ne batuvuma mbu ani avuga nga talina headrest kiba mu Uganda yokka. Anyway, I digress. Ekyaba Nigeria and ekya NSAS, the whole reason what happened with Black Lives Matter and Chechibadeo with what's continuing to happen with police and African people. The whole reason why police as an institution needs to be abolished from society. Kubanga, even with NSAS and the dismantling of SARS, bagena never setting up another unit. So,
omusajja yagambye baddamu ne ba redeploying aba police abali mu SARS ne ba redeploying mu other section.
Getting a read bino ebintu omanyi baagala nnyo batuconvincing mbu it's just a few bad eggs ezonoona all the eggs in the basket. Nedda, the whole institution as police is a katwa akayingira society okuprotecting abantu abamu si buli omu era teka protecting n'abantu bennyini. And ekyo keeping a law and order mwebuuze ani gwe ba expecting okuba disorderly gwe bagenda okusaka amaanyi mbu ba keeping a law and order era gwe omutuuze
omuntu wa wansi alabi
bino ebintu it's a setup kunyigiriza ffe. So police as an institution eri unnecessary, it's a colonial tool, eri useless. Mu nsonyi we woba okola mu police ng'omulimu gw'ogwagala nnyo naye nga bingi by'osobola okukolera eggwanga lyo ku maanyi g'olina. So ate bona yabatwala police
obadde ese point ya community policing olaba mu Uganda olaba ababbi ba boda we baali batamye nga babba boda naye nga police tena kyekola then abantu benyini bagamba okay ffe tubakoleko ng'agwe bakutembu abba boda ne wabanga agigyeko just luwagi lumu bati nga bamwoja nga buli obubbi bwa boda siwe ne bulekerawo nomo nenga ni who stopped it bantu bana abantu abali babba vanilla nga baga police banange abantu batubba abatuzi bagamba omanyi katuwebake mu nnimiro zaffe n'amajambiya obubbi bwa vanilla ne bukoma ababba amatooke same thing, you know. Bano waliwo nerabide, but you see most of the thing that happened, bantu benyini bali bavayo to stop something, you know. Naye, why don't people still keep the same spirit all the time, so that, you know, actually kati mu Uganda kati okimanyi, abantu we balwana era omuntu abagamba poliisi bwejja mugenda kusasula ssente, naye we tukimala wano buli omu agende ki bibye, you know, something like that. Why don't people still keep that kind of spirit? And maybe that would even reduce the rate of crimes, or, you know, because at the moment I feel like our abasirikale tubatwalanga like, you know, they are very special, something like that. Ate mu nsi endala babatwala like they're invincible, because like in the US abasirikale balina kye bayita qualified immunity, kitegeeza tosobola musuuyinga, you know, you tosobola musuuyinga nga like he's in duty, whatever he has done, because he's, you know, he's wearing the badge, you know. That's what actually makes me hate the police, like, because of just that thing. But, you know, I think we need them sometimes, and sometimes I think we don't really need them.
I don't think we need them at all. Those we have been made to believe wariwo scenarios and situations that we need the police. Katulabeko the killings in Masaka and what was happening in Masaka. Aba police boy bali batuka ngabe bakatulo community yenini yali yekolaki nga yesula ku bunkege tewabalaba ku butebe nga batudde nga bebase. So police as an institution
waliwo gwena omupoliisi actually waliwo nalaba nga abapoliisi bagenda ne mu bbaala ne mundu nanywa omwenge n'agenda ku duty ne mundu sebo ng'ali mu bbaala, you know.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And the other thing is, lwaki abasirikale ba Uganda bambala simanyi AK-47?
Yeah,
you know, I think that's
kibuuzo kyamaanyi kuba njukira baagamba generation yaffe tutya nnyo ki ekintu ekiyitibwa AK-47 kubanga gwe woogiraba totya.
Olabe AK-47, it's around $4,000. You know, $4,000. That's million nga asatu kaŋŋambe, million nga asatu eza Uganda. Naye ng'omusirikale agikutte tasobola ne bw'amala mu poliisi emyaka 10 ezo sente tazikola.
Gamba temuli na kyasi
nenga singa omusirikale mundu agitunda n'adduka oba n'agenda e Kenya n'abeera eyo. Waliwo akafaananyi producer akayagala otuleetera wano akagenda okuggalawo show. Akafaananyi kali wano tekali mu Photoshop. Producer of nga tukyalinda producer oleeta ekifaananyi, but Desire walaba ekifaananyi kino?
Yeah, nakirabye bwe baamunyigiriza baamunyize.
Naye bannange, these people they're really heartless. Musajja wattu baamukubidde ki? Yakoze ki? Yalwanye mu kkomera oba cause like genuinely speaking, you don't deserve to treat someone like this. Maybe secretly. Uh, but like seriously, omanyi sometimes oba bamutaddeko pass or something, but oba bamugambye atambule ku manda ago, you know, or kumuliro or something like that. But that's this is exactly what we've been talking about. Bino abasirikale be banyumi b'okukola, like olina munno n'omuggyako soole ku kiga. Yeah, that's n'omukuba at this point n'oddayo mukazi we n'akukulisaayo olunaku lwagenze lutya, lwagenze bulungi, waliwo gwe nakubye, kulika, like seriously, ne weebaka n'ofuluuta after doing something like this. Munno gwe wakubye yali eri teyeebasa.
No. Let's get
but like serious, I think he needs to get some medical. Bamutwale mu, like, to get some check up or whatever. Because I think what we cause even more than that, because they have money, it's just a few obeera ng'olina pate 10 z'otegese osalako pate emu ezibadde zigendamu eyo pate oba embaga nezimulabye. Anyway, let's conclude the show. Desire tuve ku politics wa Uganda. Politics wa Uganda muvaako.
osigala oli muna Uganda naye bannaye
nedda olaba nze when I was growing up nga bwe ndaba politician nga neegomba that position newe yali chairman nga the way people treating chairman yagambye something abantu balwanya chairman then waliwo like member parliament nga ze nga ndaba wow nga even during primary nga wabeerawo campaign nga tugoba emmotoka like netugenda just for the sake of okuwulira nga bw'ayogera just so we were made to believe buli politician baliwo to think for us era buli kye bakola is the truth, whatever. That's how basically was able to survive for 20 years in opposition because people nga bamuwa essuubi oli bamugobye ku mulimu naye nga alowooza Besigye bw'alifuuka president yajja omukolaki ajja kufuna it's the same thing as what happened here when abawagira Trump oli bamugamba kraki owagira Trump Trump, because minimum wage is too low, he's going to raise it up. Maybe I can have healthcare or something like that. That's what many people actually feel like in Uganda. Because Gundi, what will happen if this guy becomes the president? Something like that. Because that's how. If you don't have hope, you're hopeless. Sichivuma is just the opposite. Hopeless. If you have hope, you're hopeful. If you don't have hope, you're hopeless. Let me tell you this. But politicians in Uganda, they give you nothing and they take something. Ovanga ku muntu atakuwa kintu kyonna naye nga ye wajja okwijjako akokota bukokosi. That's how it is, because bwe bagenda mu parliament, you know, what do? Mbulirayo politician okujjako okugula, abasinga bagula ambulance n'ekyo ekirala kye basinga okugula. Abasinga bagula ambulance.
Kuzunga na
Joba
misawo
buli
gya
omu
mukyere ambulance ezo zibeerawa nga
abamu abasinga bagula ambulance, busawo wa mukyere, sabbuuni,
nkota zanga
n'omunnyo.
n'omunyo abalala batandise kuleeta myoga enekyekiera kwegamba politicians be Uganda bintu bya kisiru wabula bankwasa n'obusungu kubanga nalina so much hope mweno opposition simanyi na lwaki kirabika lwakuba nasigenda n'ensoma manifesto ya NU ejjudde obulimba kwegamba ng'ekulagira ddala there are people-centered, people-focused political group egenda okuprioritizing the needs z'abantu only okutuuka bwe baatuuka ku the political stage after election day ne batandika okwogera Ugandan politics. Bo kwegamba kati baagala kusigala mu parliament tebalina kye bagenda kukolera muntu w'awantu.
Walaba eno resolution gye baayisa ng'abagenze ku Nile Hotel Jinja ne bakola
ebintu byabwe
ne bakola was it like 8 points era we did this ne twakola wano show Ssenyonyi Sekawere n'agamba tugenda ekibi saagala nnyo okwogera ku NU because bagamba hey you guys are criticizing them, you know, but whatever it is,
no,
we're not criticizing, we're just bringing facts.
We're not even just facts, Gerard. We are voting citizens who happen not to be at home. Nayenga to another voting right and okwogera about political matters. Ezidi Uganda, we just happen not to be in Uganda. Bakijeke jogo. Owaye kati oyagala kuntekako mazo.
So some of the points resolutions zebaayisa bagamba bagenda kuddayo baconsultinga abantu babe what went wrong and how they can fix it, congratulating abo abayitamu, bajja kutambula eggwanga n'okugenda mu diaspora. Tubalabe bagenze mu diaspora. I've seen you know ekyo kituufu it happened. Ne bagamba tugendagenda mu parliament tukyusa amateeka, you know, as a way to fight for their victory, you know. Nze nkyalinda actually omanyi, like I've never seen any speech of any new MP in parliament, like, you know.
Exhibit one.
Zenonya speech. Zenonya anyone ng'ali mu parliament kya Uganda ekyo kizimbe ekyo simanyi nga ali kazindaalo akuba ensonga okusinga omuntu abeere mu katale agabe ennyaanya, you know, n'omunaanasi, because parliament that's where
Rukiri yatansolira mu katale.
Because like I'll give you an example. Most politicians in the US, were like a Senate. Now, every week, nga wabaddewo olutuula in the House, are posting on his Facebook the time period where you get the Nagamba, yep, I'm here giving a speech about child health care and paid maternity leave for women, and also I talked about voting rights for the minorities. Now I take up Facebook. abamuwagira ne bagamba kyekyo. Next week n'addayo n'ayogera posting a clip on his page. I'm talking n'agamba here I was talking about the infrastructure bill, about the build back plan on how we can develop our roads, improve the rail system and stuff like that. N'akikubawo tateekako kintu kyonna ekitakwatagana na ebyo abantu bye bamutuma. Go look for all the senators.
You know, I know exactly what you're talking about. Pages z'abantu bano, it's usually to drive okulaga mbu omulimu gwe baabatuma bali gukola. Naye in Uganda, the opposite is biba bintu nga pate nga biki. The funniest thing is, eya Museveni esigala business. Mulaba ingeri mu politics wa Uganda gyalimu ow'ekisirusiru. Mu Museveni
ne parliament ya Uganda Parliament ya Uganda etula emirundi emeka in a week? Oba tebatuula oba just
Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday. Nenga
tebatuula Monday to Friday like one way. Oba kati bakolera ku
etuula naye nga bw'obuuza most of the critics how many times they were watching the live sessions of the parliament, yali ebeera nnyo ku UBC, because UBC yali etera nnyo publishing almost whenever they see. Nenga the biggest point there is the only way ngendera ku Sekawere byayogera yagamba bajja genda mu parliament bakyusa amateeka n'okulwanira obwa deputy speaker. Okulwana wa deputy speaker we kwatuuka mwalaba ekyaliwo. Walaba we baali balonda deputy speaker.
Nerabidde kyekyawo.
Waliwo baali balonda kansala naye nga abanupu be basinga obungi. Kati nga waliwo NRM yeesimbyewo abanupu bodda bawagira NRM.
Kati fast forward to today onawanise ekigere ali mukomera. Bannayuganda tumwandeko
Sajja watumubeeko akyanyiga biwundu.
Besigye atugamba twetaase. Kiri Uganda naye nga mu diaspora kasita kubanga abantu abaabuuka bino ebintu e Uganda gye bali bangi lwakuba propaganda wa Museveni tali tusoboseza tulaga mbu abo abantu gye bali ate be bangi. Kati mu diaspora fe beetaaga okubuukabuuka ennyo so that tusobola okukwatira wamu n'abali ewaka tuggyewo bino ebintu kubanga ddala tubisekera namu naye lwakuba wootaseka okaaba. Naye nga
nina ekibuuzo njagala kikubuuza. Olowooza Nuupu tegenda kukomawo in 20 but when is the next election? 2026?
2026. Yeah.
2025 nga baddamu zi campaign we are removing a dictator.
Naye mulowooza beetegekera ki? Wuyo Bobi
Walayi mu
Wine
2025 nenda omuntu yenna agamba we are removing a dictator. Era buli muntu yenna ajja okugenda ku campaign trails emusaasidde. I'm posing that there is something really solid, next time, but nze ndaba ye plan ati bino bintu twabyogerako dda ne batuvuma ne bagamba tetukkiriza mu Uganda empya kati Uganda empya yiiyo mubalaba owanise ekigere alinganga yeekuba self
oba lwaki yakiwanise bwati nze kyekisinga okunumya omutwe yandikikozeemu mu ngeri endala yonna naye kwegamba ayagala kati tukole tutya mbu ye alumizibwa nnyo abaana b'abantu abafudde
musajja abantu bamukubye bambi abadde alina okulaga abeeka something like that. Sekawere lawyer
nedda journalist naawe journalist si lawyer Sekawere journalist yasoma
ono ye mpozi ero no katana simanyi nenga katana simulaba like ndaba nubu bali makomera naye like okay oba genda mu makooti I don't see katana oba ya akolerawo but I don't know but I've never seen him anywhere oba bamusiba
naye gwe okimanyi campaign katana
mpulira
bamusiba ddi gwe naawe kireke
kanve kuba nuupu
naye nga kati nga tetukute na kuba nuupu naye lwakuba ekintu kya abantu batandise okubuuka ate kati abantu bagenda ku demandinga systematic change abantu tebakyayagala mbu ngenda kugoberera politician mbu Bobi Wine kubanga kati yeebazibwe kati tugoba systematic change njagala federal system mu Uganda sikyayagala politician nze ne woba nga toli politician nga wazuukukidde ku mwenge n'ogamba ogenda kujja otukulembera tufune federal nja kuba mabegawo so kati ekyo ey'ensonga egenda kukaka bano bonna ba politician comedians and clowns okugettinga into the act ndowooza obalaba Besigye naye kati yazuukuse yagolokose kati tolinda 2025 Katemba agenda tandika kati paka then so tulina okubakolinga paka wetufuna kye twagala Katemba yakatandika butandisi olugendo lugenda baluwanvu naye tulina okusekeramu nga wetugenda
Seginya mugambe twagala federo
Muyasegirinya ayagala kuva mu komera ayagala koma kutocharingibwa naye munnewe gwe bamusiba naye ye bamusibira mbu walala so musango gwe gumu simanyi lwaki ogwa Segirinya gw'amaanyi nnyo bamwoca n'ekigere
oyagambe omeka
work for everything myself. I feel very
producer kayagala tuzanyirawo
nga bwe tugala so producer genda maaso
yali anyambyeko nze ng'omuntu if I am rich, it is because I worked for everything myself. I feel very proud. That's why I don't care about anybody. Sinaguneguya kubanga tewaliwo yali anyambyeko nze ng'omuntu. If I am rich, it is because I worked for everything myself. I feel very proud. That's why I don't care about anybody.
Omwami ono kwakitatuwa pulaani gyeyafunamu ezo sente oba n'awandiika akatabo ne tukasomako naffe ne tulaba engeri gye tugaggawala okwo okuli
kumwe banna UNN temuli bangu kubanga ekisookera ddala omwami yagenda ne yebbira akatabo ne yeewandikira the mustard seed mwakomyewo ne mukakubamu ebitulu yakabako the price of freedom je kali muri kasoma kati mwagala awandika akatabo akalala muleke mwamujje muloza lwaki Museveni teyawandika akatabo kalala we yamala the mustard seed lwakuba tasaawandika katabo naye kati wano akimanyi mubbi akwatibwa yabba ssente z'Abannayuganda kati agezaako kutwekaliramu. Kyekimu tewamuwulidde mu speech yeno recently we yagambye mbu afuna millions 3 buli mwezi, just millions 3. Naye kati omuntu afuna millions 3 okujja okwekaza mu bugagga. It contradicts itself. Contradiction.
Naye temutegeera kintu kimu. Yabagambye afuna millioni 3. Eza Uganda, eza US, oba eza pound. Yabadde agamba za dola. Millioni 3 eza dola.
No, za Uganda yakyogedde naawe. Za Uganda afuna millioni 3 naye ye president. Wabeewo awoza mbu omusaala akankana awejjuka eddoboozi. Ye president wa Uganda. Ne waba afuna bukadde 3 obwe Uganda ayina amaanyi kyeyabadde agezaako tugamba. Naye kati wanaawoza mbu mugagga yakola nnyo.
Amaanyi tegaali
yakola nnyo mukufa. Mubbi yakola nnyo.
Naye Yusufu ajja kufa.
Alina kufa. Ku nsi ffenna tuliwo kufa. Ate ye gattako mukadde.
Internet yagamba mbu afudde. N'avaayo mangu n'agamba nkimanyi buli omugamba nafudde naye nkyali mulamu.
Omanyi ki ate ekisinga okusesa? Oba anaatera oba tanaatera enkomekero ye egenda kuba kufa. Teri kyasobola kukola kulekerawo obutafa.
Anyway, katugale show bannange. Thank you for everyone who came here today. I hope you learned something. I wish you guys a wonderful weekend. Please take care. Stay healthy. Stay focused. Be hopeful. Don't be hopeless. Have hope. And make sure people don't use you. And try to stay positive all the time. And I hope Mukama Bankumide. Desire, thank you for the show. It was a good one. I hope we can see you guys next Saturday. Most people complain about the time, but next Saturday tujja kuja sawa 10 is UK. That's sawa 12 is Uganda. So we're going to make it on time, like right on time. Desire a few words for our viewers.
Mwebale kuba with us today. Munatusonyiwa akadde twakereyeddemu just by a few minutes mutusaasire tuba getting already a time difference fe waffe buba bucha. So tuli hours and hours and hours and hours behind omu kubanga tubeera via the Atlantic. So naye nga at least twasobodde okutuuka ne tubeerawo leero. I can't say more than Jared has said. Stay positive, have hope, have faith. That's the only way when we're going to get what we want. And Jared, likewise, thank you for the show. And also go think about a lot about the society we want to build. Do we want police in it? Do we want policing? Does policing as an institution make sense to you? I individually policing and police does not and needs to be abolished and eradicated from society. Building a society from scratch that views civilians and keeping the safety of civilians in other ways other than Murisa Maniga police. Naenga tunadamu, and we find ourselves in another show next Saturday. Thank you so much. Omukama bana batukumire atakumi na mpera.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay.